The announcement that nobody saw coming dropped like a bombshell across the basketball world, leaving even Caitlin Clark speechless and stunned. When Angel Reese stepped onto that stage alongside NBA legend Larry Bird, the atmosphere shifted from casual anticipation to electric shock. The partnership they unveiled wasn't just another business deal or endorsement. It was a collaboration that could fundamentally reshape women's basketball and create ripple effects throughout the entire sport. But what could these two vastly different basketball figures possibly have in common? What kind of partnership would bring together the controversial LSU star and the Boston Celtics icon? The revelation that followed left everyone, including Clark herself, scrambling to understand the implications of what just happened and how it might change everything they thought they knew about the current landscape of basketball. Caitlin Clark's reaction became the story within the story, as cameras captured her genuine surprise and confusion during what was supposed to be a routine basketball event. The Indiana Fever superstar, who has become accustomed to being at the center of every major women's basketball conversation, suddenly found herself as a shocked observer rather than the main attraction. Her expression told the complete story. This was not something she had been prepared for or briefed about in advance. The timing of this announcement adds another layer of intrigue to an already complex situation. Clark's rookie season has been defined by her historic performances and record-breaking achievements, but also by the ongoing rivalry and tension with Angel Reese that began during their college careers and has continued into their professional years. The dynamic between these two players has captivated fans and generated countless headlines about their competitive relationship. Angel Reese's decision to partner with Larry Bird represents a strategic move that extends far beyond typical athlete endorsements or business ventures. Reese, who plays for the Chicago Sky, has built her professional career on being unapologetically confident and willing to embrace controversy when it serves her competitive advantage. Her approach to basketball and self-promotion has often put her at odds with more traditional basketball figures and fans. The presence of Larry Bird in this partnership elevates the significance beyond what anyone anticipated. Bird, whose legendary career with the Boston Celtics established him as one of basketball's greatest competitors, brings credibility and basketball wisdom that transcends generational and gender boundaries. His involvement suggests this partnership has serious backing and legitimate basketball purposes rather than being purely a publicity stunt. The business implications of bringing together Bird's basketball legacy with Reese's modern athlete brand create possibilities that could influence how women's basketball players approach their career development and financial opportunities. Bird's understanding of competitive excellence and basketball fundamentals combined with Reese's social media savvy and marketing instincts represents a unique combination of old-school basketball wisdom and contemporary athlete empowerment. Questions arise about what specific projects or initiatives this partnership might involve, and whether they could compete directly with the types of opportunities that Clark has been pursuing throughout her own rookie season. The competitive dynamics between Clark and Reese extend beyond their on-court performances to include their business ventures and public profiles. The reaction from the broader basketball community has been mixed, with some observers expressing surprise that Bird would choose to work with Reese given their vastly different backgrounds and approaches to the game. Bird's reputation for intense competition and no-nonsense basketball philosophy contrasts sharply with Reese's more flamboyant style and willingness to engage in social media controversies. Clark's shock at this development reflects the reality that even the most successful and well-connected players don't always have advanced knowledge of major moves within the basketball world. Her surprise suggests that this partnership was kept confidential until the public announcement, indicating a level of strategic planning that caught industry insiders off guard. The timing coincides with ongoing discussions about the future direction of women's basketball and how the league can continue building on the momentum generated by Clark's rookie season and the increased attention on the WNBA. This partnership between Reese and Bird could represent an alternative vision for how the sport develops and markets itself to fans. Sports analysts wonder whether this collaboration might influence other legendary male basketball figures to become more involved in supporting and promoting women's basketball players. Bird's participation could encourage other NBA legends to explore similar partnerships with WNBA players, creating new opportunities for mentorship and business development. The financial aspects of professional women's basketball continue to evolve, with players seeking ways to maximize their earning potential beyond their WNBA salaries. Partnerships with established basketball figures like Bird could provide access to business networks and opportunities that might not otherwise be available to women's basketball players. Clark's positioning as the face of women's basketball growth has made her the primary beneficiary of increased attention and commercial opportunities throughout her rookie season. The emergence of alternative partnerships and business relationships could create more competitive dynamics for endorsements and marketing opportunities within the women's basketball space. The geographical elements of this partnership also create interesting dynamics, with Bird's Boston connections potentially opening up new markets and opportunities for Reese that might not align with traditional Chicago Sky fan bases. This expansion could influence how WNBA players think about building their brands beyond their immediate team markets. The educational and mentorship possibilities inherent in a partnership between a current player and a legendary figure could benefit not just Reese but potentially other women's basketball players who might gain access to Bird's knowledge and experience. These types of cross-generational relationships have historically been valuable for player development and career guidance. Social media reactions to the announcement have been intense and polarized, reflecting the existing divisions in how fans perceive both Reese and Clark. The partnership announcement has become another opportunity for supporters of both players to debate their respective approaches to basketball and self-promotion. The competitive implications extend beyond individual business opportunities to potentially influence team dynamics and league relationships. Reese's partnership with Bird could provide her with insights and resources that affect her on-court performance and leadership development with the Chicago Sky. Clark's response to being surprised by this development will likely influence how she approaches her own business partnerships and strategic planning going forward. The experience of being caught off guard by a major announcement involving her primary rival could motivate her to be more proactive in developing her own high-profile collaborations. The historical significance of Larry Bird's involvement in women's basketball through this partnership could mark a turning point in how retired male basketball legends engage with the current generation of women's players. His decision to work with Reese specifically, rather than other available players, sends signals about what qualities and approaches he values in modern basketball. The media coverage surrounding this partnership announcement has overshadowed other basketball news and created new storylines that extend far beyond the typical game-by-game coverage of the WNBA season. This type of crossover attention could benefit the entire league by attracting new audiences and generating sustained interest. The business development potential of combining Bird's established relationships within basketball circles with Reese's emerging brand could create opportunities that neither could achieve independently. These synergies might include coaching clinics, basketball camps, or other educational initiatives that serve both commercial and developmental purposes. Questions remain about how long-term this partnership might be, and whether it represents a one-time collaboration or the beginning of an ongoing business relationship. The sustainability of such partnerships often depends on the success of initial projects and the compatibility of working styles between the involved parties. The impact on Angel Reese's public image could be significant, as association with a respected figure like Larry Bird might influence how fans and media perceive her approach to basketball and professional development. This type of endorsement from a basketball legend could lend credibility to her career trajectory and business decisions. Clark's shock at this development highlights how competitive dynamics in professional sports extend far beyond game performances to include business strategy and public relations. The element of surprise in major announcements can create competitive advantages and influence public perception in ways that pure basketball performance cannot achieve. The educational opportunities inherent in working with someone of Bird's basketball knowledge and experience could accelerate Reese's development as both a player and a basketball business person. Access to this type of mentorship represents a valuable asset that could influence her career trajectory for years to come. The strategic timing of this announcement, coming during a period of intense focus on women's basketball, demonstrates sophisticated understanding of media cycles and public attention. The ability to generate shock and surprise in a crowded sports media landscape requires careful planning and execution. As the basketball world continues processing the implications of this unexpected partnership, the focus will likely shift to what concrete projects and initiatives emerge from the collaboration between Angel Reese and Larry Bird. The success or failure of their joint ventures could influence whether similar partnerships become more common in women's basketball. The broader implications for competitive balance within the WNBA could be significant if this partnership provides Reese with advantages in terms of training, business opportunities, or public platform that are not equally available to other players. These dynamics could influence how the league approaches similar relationships and partnerships. Clark's experience of being surprised by this major announcement serves as a reminder that even the most successful and visible players cannot control all aspects of the competitive landscape. the ability to adapt and respond to unexpected developments becomes crucial for maintaining competitive advantages in professional sports. The evolution of women's basketball continues to include surprising developments and partnerships that challenge traditional expectations about how the sport develops and markets itself. This latest announcement represents another step in the ongoing transformation of women's professional basketball into a more complex and commercially sophisticated enterprise. If you're as shocked by this unexpected partnership as Caitlin Clark was, go ahead and like this video. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What do you think Larry Bird and Angel Reese could be planning together? Do you believe this partnership could change the dynamics of women's basketball? We want to hear your perspective on how these surprising collaborations might affect the sport's future. Then, hit subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss our coverage of the most unexpected developments in basketball. Thanks for watching.